Hey everyone, I'm one of the developers from the Dsegteam, and this video is to keep you up to date on our VIOS platform game. We've created many games but haven't fully customized and finished any integration to the extent of exporting them into APKs for the public to test or play, but hopefully soon. Now, we don't just use PGD though. We have our own engine we use, but I prefer PGD as it's very simplistic. And for all of you who don't know what PGD is basically Pocket Game Developer, and it's made for Android. It's an Android application program that lets you build games from scratch with no coding other than the skills of your own to draw items, to interact and manifest in your own game. Okay, well let's move on to our update. Now this is just an update on our VIOS game, which was and is still being created using the PGD platform engine. Now, our original VIOS file got corrupted, so we kind of lost that one. Sad, I know. I'm not the only one though, so anyways. And that's the file that was big. It was about 16.7 megabytes, I think. It had many sprites, animations, UIs, and so on. We lost everything. So we recovered what we could from the old corrupted game file and created this new regeneration of the game, VIOS, which is the same game but just regenerated in a way, just remade. It's just a topic we put up on that. And this is what I'll be showing you right now, is the new regen of our game. There's not much added, but if you like tutorials on this Pocket Game Developer application, then check out my PGD tutorials after you watch this video. So what you see on the screen here is basically the title page. We'll have a loading page, but we'll work that in after the fact of getting the game running. So this is the menu page, and as you can see, there's a couple tweaks we gotta do here. We gotta center most of the stuff here. Move a little bit of this stuff to the top. My suggestion to some of the members was to maybe bring the height down on the buttons, or make them a little bit smaller. They're kind of bulky. Other than that, it's not too bad, and maybe just change the settings to about. But this is what it looks like right now, and I'll show you how the menus look. So the menu is basically the same as the other one, the old corrupted version. It's just that we have a new symbol, as you can see here. I think it's actually a lot better than what it was. But we do have a brand new VIOS symbol, an emblem that we've actually created in pixels that we will be posting on the next updated version of this game. So on the next update on the video, I will show you what it looks like. Now the settings button, or soon to be about button, it doesn't really work right now. It's not connected to anything, or haven't created anything for it yet. But the main frame is basically your start button, but not for the game, more into like other options for the game. Now this beta start button is not going to actually be here. This is only here for the beta testers, and also for more likely the developers like us to test out our sprites and stages and stuff like that. It's pretty handy, and most of the time we use it for like checking out our gravities for enemies, our shooting stabilizations, our speeds, just everything that's part of the game we test on there. And in the main frame, when you do a story mode or a challenge mode, which is not this beta start, will be the actual game. So as you can see here, this is the stage for our beta testing for all our sprites and all characters and stuff like that. Make sure everything's running smoothly. These are our controls, which we actually just updated. We might change it, but I think maybe this should be a little bit closer here to the controller itself. And the shoot and jump button should be just a tiny bit closer too, just so people's hands can fit properly on the screen. As you see on the top right here, it says plutonium level. We don't know if we're going to keep that as plutonium or tritium. We're still deciding on that, but right now we just kept it at plutonium. So let's test the character itself and the controls. This is right, left. Animation's pretty good. And the jump. And as you can see, you can't shoot. As we added these things, they're power-ups, but we changed them to items that you pick up to have weapons. So you start off without a weapon, pick that up, and then you have a weapon, and there's other upgrades for your weapons and different types of weapons that we have that will be integrated eventually. So we pick this up, shoot. You can shoot different speeds. The button is your discretion for your shots, I would say. You can jump while shooting. We're still going to add some more animations, but for now, this is all we have as we're working on it. And so we'll exit here. Now, this page is exactly the same as the last one from the corrupted version. It's just that we've made a couple tweaks here and there. We've added all the same menus, and my suggestion to the crew actually was to add maybe one more button for extra content or something like that, but we'll see down the road. It's a voting issue, so we'll see how it goes. Throw my option in there, and other than that, I think some of the buttons still have to be minimized. Center some of the stuff here, alignments, little stuff. And then the other options that we put in that's brand new that wasn't in the corrupted version is the contents are locked, so like when you click on them, they actually pop up a lock and it says unavailable, as you can see here. Now most of the menus that you see here are primarily locked, as we're still working on it, and they'll be unlocked as every update is released. So here on the mainframe we have a few options. We have story mode, which is the story of the game, from beginning to end. Then you have the tutorial, which teaches you the concept of the game, buttons and all. Then you have missions, which are away from, apart from the story mode. It's like side missions. You have challenges, which is, for example, we had one where it was tritium collector. You collect as much as you can before a timer runs out, or they have just many different types of challenges, don't expose too much. And then we have special events, which is not supposed to be special events. It's actually supposed to be what I mentioned earlier, extra content. So whenever there's an update for the game when it's released, you could actually buy it. It could be a character outfit or skin. It could be a stage, a storyline. It could be an extra mission, maybe a part of your backstory. But down the road it will be there, and everything that you complete will eventually be in your cyber decks. But we'll explain that when we get there. So on the top right, there's updates, which is basically the updates of the game from the developers. It's not specifically one person. The updates are usually posted by one of the four guys. The backstory is basically the story mode, but it's the story of what happened before the story, if you can understand that. The manual is obviously what it is. Now the CyberDex option, I think, is a great integration we've decided to put in. It's basically like a wiki of every character in the game with a bio, like a biography, with a hit charge. I don't know what to really call it, but it will show their stamina, their power, their everything, and for every character you are too. There's also stats for your weapons, how powerful they are, what they could be used for. It's just a lot of other stuff. And last but not least, you got the back button, which takes you back to the main menu, basically. So let's get to the manual. So what you got here is control schematics, helpful tips, obviously the title on top, game manual, and a few extra stuff here as coming soon, and obviously the back button. Now obviously there's going to be more stuff on here, it's just that this is just something I wanted to show, which is not supposed to be shown, but I'm showing you anyways, just to get a concept of how it's looking, you know. A lot of this is going to be changed down the road, so you see the changes as we go. So we'll get to the control schematics here. As you can see, this is our layout. It might be changed, but it looks alright for now. But if there's any decision to change it later, then I guess we'll change it after. You got your, your run directions, your shoot, and your jump. It shows you how to use it. So let's go back here and we'll go to help and tips. And as you can see, there's not much here either, but it gives you a little bit of idea of what it's going to be like again, like I said before. Under help and tips, there's like tips that gives you help. I'm guessing I never created this page, it's one of the guys, so I'm taking advice off of him. So it looks like it's giving you tips of the game, how to play and stuff. You can jump further by running and jumping at the very edge of a block. That's understandable. If you run to the edge of a block and jump, you can jump further, because there's no double air jumps or any air jumps. There are drop air jumps though. You can drop air jump only one time, so be wary when to use it. Definitely if you fall off a block and you haven't hit jump yet, then you can jump. Probably save your life. Speed shoot by hitting the shoot button faster. So basically every time you hit the shoot button, you're going to shoot. You can shoot while jumping. Obviously you can press the jump button while you're shooting. Now everything that you see on this page is obviously not set up properly yet. There's a lot of things that can still be done. This is just, like I said earlier, a basic concept of what they're planning to do. Well, that's all I have for the update for now. I'll keep you updated on the next video. There'll be a few new things in there, and I'll mention it on the next video. Thanks for watching. And I really hope that VIOS turns out to be a great game for everyone to enjoy. Have a good one, everyone.